Are you thinking about buying a brand new home here in North Carolina in 2025? Especially in the Raleigh area? Need to be cautious because there's some pitfalls that can cost you thousands. But there are also some amazing builders that I would love for you to learn about. Buying new construction is super exciting. I mean, who doesn't love that new home smell, right? But it's also a completely different process than buying a resale home. If you're buying from out of state, there are even more layers to navigate, especially being that North Carolina is a buyer beware caveat emptor state. And I will discuss that a little bit later. As a local realtor, I've helped hundreds of families through this journey, and today I'm giving you the real scoop on the whole process. I also will give you a special gift that will navigate you through this process at the end of the video, so make sure to stick around. Plus, I'll also share some insider tips and important mistakes to avoid so you can feel confident and control from day one with a checklist that should make your process easier and give you peace of mind. So stay tuned. All right, before you start drooling over those kitchen cabinets or those gorgeous soak-in tubs, and trust me, I understand the temptation, think about where you want to live and what kind of lifestyle you're looking for. Are you dreaming of a top-rated school district for your kiddos? Need an easy commute to the RTP or downtown Raleigh? Do you want to be near the parks, trails, or maybe, let's be honest, your favorite grocery store? If Trader Joe's access is a deal breaker, I totally get it, trust me. If you're not familiar with the Triangle area, take a broader look around. We've got some amazing options beyond just Raleigh proper. Cities like Holly Springs, Fuquay-Varina, or Wake Forest offer incredible value and lifestyle perks that might just surprise you. I always recommend starting with a must-have and a nice-to-have list, which is important. What can you absolutely not live without versus what would be a bonus? If you need help sorting that out, my team and I have a super helpful relocation questionnaire and digital booklet. Just reach out and we'll send it right over with the contact info that's right on the screen. Step 2, timeline. Here's something not everyone realizes. Not all new construction homes are built the same way or on the same schedule. If you got 6 to 12 months or more before you need to move, you might be able to build from the ground up, what we call building from dirt. This gives you the most customization options from the floor plan to every finish. But if your timeline is more like 1 to 3 months, maybe you're starting a new job or your kids need to start school, you're probably looking at what's called a spec home. These are houses that the builder already started or even completed with finishes that they pre-selected, and they're normally pretty nice. You won't get to customize everything with the spec home, but you'll be able to move in much sooner. And here's a little insider tip. You might actually score some sweet incentives on spec homes. Builders don't like to sit on finished inventory. It costs them a lot of money every day it sits. So they're often more willing to negotiate on price or throwing in upgrades like blinds, refrigerator. I actually had clients last month who got $15,000 in closing costs covered on a spec home. And that spec home had been finished just 30 days. That's a significant chunk of change, wouldn't you agree? The next question is, why do you think it's important to work with the buyer's agent who knows new construction? Well, this step is absolutely crucial, so listen up. You need an experienced buyer's agent who specializes in new construction. And some people say, why? Well, did you know that North Carolina is a buyer beware caveat emptor state? That means if you miss something, a wall is off, if the roof chalice is messed up or something's wrong, or if they just forget to dot their I's or cross their T's, guess what? It's on you, the buyer. Here's the reality. That nice person in the model home, the builder's agent, well, guess what? They work for the builder, not you. Their job is to get the best deal for the builder, not to look out for your interest. A good buyer's agent will guide you through every step. Some pretty important things like help you understand the buyer's contract, which can be dozens and dozens of pages long, know which neighborhoods are breaking ground, sometimes before they're publicly announced, and advocate for you during inspection time and all the walkthroughs. With our team, we also do regular video updates for our out-of-state clients, which we have quite a few. We film everything from lot selection to pre-drywall inspections to final walkthroughs. We've also built up relationships with builders who offer exclusive incentives for many buyers that they don't even know that aren't advertised anywhere. One super important thing to remember, never visit a model home without your agent, especially the first time. Many builders have a policy that if you come in alone on your first visit, they won't allow you to be represented later in the process, which can cost you a lot of money. Then you're on your own with no one watching out for you for your interest or anything. And being again that North Carolina is a caveat emptor state, that means that everything is definitely on you. That's not a situation you want to be in. The next step, if it's at all possible, come to visit the area that you're committed to. Look at the neighborhoods, look at your community, because pictures online only show so much. And every neighborhood kind of has a different feel that's hard to capture in any photos. You might discover you prefer one side of town over another side of town. You actually realize that a community that you loved on Zillow feels way too remote in actual real life. That Thursday afternoon school pickup traffic might be a deal breaker for you, or you might just fall in love with the coffee shop that's like right around the corner and it makes everything feel perfect. We can definitely help you plan your trip, create a custom itinerary based on exactly the priorities that you talked with us about, and even connect you with some short-term rentals if you want to take your time exploring different areas, which many of our clients take advantage of. And if you can't make that trip, don't worry about it. We've helped plenty of buyers go totally virtual. We're pros at walking through homes on video, showing you the drive-in and out of the neighborhoods at different times of the day, and even checking out that local coffee spot or those restaurants to give you a real feel of the community and the area. I remember FaceTiming with clients from Seattle at 7:30 a.m. to show them what that morning school traffic really looked like in the neighborhood that they loved. That kind of real world insight, in my opinion, is priceless when you're making such a big decision from far, far away. Once you've narrowed it down to that area, it's time to choose a builder. And let me tell you, not all builders are created equal. Some builders are known for quality construction, great communication, and standing behind the product. Others, well, let's just say they might be more focused on quantity over quality. We always make it a point to tour the homes that are under construction, not just the beautiful model homes. This gives you a chance to kind of see all the different workmanship up close and personal. Are the seams tight? How's the trim work? Is everything level? Is the plumbing good? The details matter. We also know which questions to ask the builder about current incentives, special programs, and upcoming phases. Some incentives are clearly advertised, but unfortunately many are not. In fact, several builders we work with offer extra perks that we seem to find for our clients because of the long-standing relationships we have. For example, we have one national builder that currently offers clients $5,000 in design center that actually isn't part of the public promotion. Another local builder gives buyers that we have priority lot selection before they release lots to the general public. These kind of advantages can make a huge difference in your new home. The next step is to make sure you dial in your mortgage and all the incentives. Most builders offer incentives if you use their preferred lender. This might be closing cost credits, sometimes $10,000 or more, a free refrigerator, upgraded flooring, or other perks. That's awesome. It's definitely worth getting a quote from the builder's lender, but I highly recommend getting a second opinion from an independent mortgage lender. Then make sure that you compare both offers side by side so you can see what's truly the best deal for you. Sometimes those builder lenders have higher interest rates or fees tucked into the fine print that offset any incentives that they're offering. Other times they have really good best deals that you definitely should go for. You definitely won't know unless you compare. We actually had clients last year who almost went with the builder's lender for $7,500 incentive until we discovered their rate was about 0.5% higher than our local lender's offer. When we did the math, that higher rate would have cost them almost $35,000. Needless to say, they opted for the lower rate and gave up the incentive. The bottom line is do your homework and read the fine print. If you need recommendations for great local lenders, just let us know. And here we go with those builder contracts are just FYI, not standard. This is where your agent really earns their keep. And unlike resale homes in North Carolina, where we use standardized contracts that's pretty balanced between buyer and seller, most builders use their own custom contracts. These contracts are written by the builder's attorney, and no surprise here, they usually favor the builder. Some give the builder an extra 2 to 3 years to complete the home with no penalty for delays. Others don't allow for inspections, which is a huge red flag. Some of those contracts actually have clauses that allow them to substitute materials without your approval. I read every word of these contracts and make sure my clients understand and know exactly what they're signing. We've helped many buyers avoid major regrets by spotting some red flags early. For instance, we once had a client which was about to sign with the builder whose contract stated they could raise the price of the home at any point before closing if material costs increased. In this market, it's basically a blank check. We were able to negotiate a cap on any potential increases at 3%, which gave our buyers peace of mind that their budget wouldn't be blown out of the water. Don't skip this step or assume that everything in the contract is just standard. It's not, and the details matter. Now let's go to the fun part, in my opinion. If you're building from the dirt, you'll likely get to visit the design center, and you get to choose all your finishes. These appointments can be an absolute blast, but also a bit overwhelming because there's a lot of stuff going on. When you're faced with 50 types of granite, 200 cabinet options, woo-wee! We always help our clients think through which upgrades are worth it for the resale value and which really might not be worth it. For example, we actually had some upgrades like extra windows, a screened-in porch, a 3-car garage can often make sense because they're harder to add later. But things like fancy cabinet knobs, elaborate backsplashes, or any type of lighting fixtures, you can always kind of swap those out later for a fraction of what the builder might charge. One critical thing to know, design selections usually happen very early in the process, sometimes before construction even begins. So prepare to make sure that all these decisions are up front and get them in writing. I've seen way too many buyers who thought they selected one thing and then they found out it was a whole nother thing. Then that got installed, and because those selections weren't properly documented, they had a big challenge. For my out-of-state clients who can't attend these appointments in person, we offer video design meetings where we can talk through all these options together virtually. We've even been known to pick up samples and show them in different types of lighting just to make sure the client knows exactly what you're looking for. Then we go to making sure those T's are crossed and those I's are dotted. We start the build process and pre-drywall inspection. As your home's being built, we do regular check-ins and video updates to make sure that everything's feeling good for you. This includes a critical step called the pre-drywall inspection. This is when the home is framed up, all the wiring, all the plumbing is exposed right before insulation and drywall go up. It's your only chance to catch any of these issues with framing, electrical, or plumbing while they're still visible. We always recommend bringing in a professional inspector for this stage, even if the builder doesn't require it. They can spot things like missing hurricane clips, plumbing issues, electrical problems that would be very expensive to fix once all the walls are closed. We also like to go over all the detailed videos to know where your pipes are, where your wires are in the walls. It's super helpful for the future renovations and anything that you need going forward. And actually, when you go and you want to hang heavy items, imagine knowing exactly where to drill to hit a stud because you saw it before when the drywall went up. That's the kind of advantage our clients have. Even if you can't be there in person, we'll be your eyes and ears documenting everything for you and making sure the builder addresses any concerns before moving forward. Don't freak out on this one though, and let me prepare you for something, the ugly duckling phase. There will be a moment, usually 2 to 3 weeks before closing, when your house looks, well, pretty rough. You'll walk in and see scuffed floors, dirty walls, maybe some missing appliances or fixtures. It may look like the home will never be finished on time, and you might start to panic a little, and this is totally normal. Builders wait until everything is installed before going and doing the one big cleanup and touch-up. They don't want to clean twice, so so things tend to look a little bit messy right up until the very end. I've had clients call me in tears during this phase, convinced their dream home is turning into a nightmare. But I promise we've seen this hundreds of times, and the final product always comes together beautifully in those last few days. Just hang in there, take a deep breath, and trust the process. Your ugly duckling is about to transform into a swan. One of the final steps that many think everything is all dialed in, I always have my clients get a final inspection on before closing. I cannot stress this enough. Even the best builder misses things. They're human after all. We have heard horror stories from buyers who did not use a realtor and it cost them tens of thousands of dollars after the fact. We've seen plumbing not hooked up, gas leaks at the fireplace, windows installed backwards, HVAC systems that aren't properly balanced. Your inspector will generate a comprehensive report that you can give the builder to fix right before closing. Then during the final walkthrough, sometimes called the blue tape walkthrough, we go through the home and mark any cosmetic items, paint, dings, cabinet issues, crooked outlets, etc. This is also when the builder teaches us about how everything in your house actually works, how the HVAC system works, the appliances. If you're buying from out of state, we'll make sure that we do this walkthrough on your behalf and create a detailed video so you can see everything. We're extremely thorough and probably a little bit more picky than you would be because you're excited to get in the home. Our goal is to catch every issue before closing so you really don't have to deal with it. One quick tip, bring a phone charger, hair dryer, and a nightlight to your final walkthrough to test all the outlets. You'd be surprised how often we find that outlets are just not working or aren't working properly because of how they are wired. Another exciting day is closing day. Woo, woo, woo. We will definitely do a final check of the home to make sure that any issues from the inspection and walkthrough have been addressed and handled. Then we head over to your attorney's office or do a remote closing if you're out of state. After the paperwork is signed, the home is officially all yours. But the process doesn't stop there. Most builders offer a 1-year warranty on their homes, and we recommend what we call an 11-month inspection, on or before when the warranty expires. During your first year, you'll have things in the house that will settle a little bit different. You might notice a few new cracks, nail pops up, other issues that weren't visible during closing. By doing an inspection on the 11th month, anything that's settled, cracked, or needs adjustment can be addressed while it's still covered under warranty. We'll also check with you and walk you through that process of that first year to make sure that we see that everything's going well. And just remember, we're always here to help if you have any questions about warranty claims or maintenance. Our relationship doesn't end at closing. We're here for the long haul. So there you have it, the full roadmap to buying new construction in North Carolina. It's a journey with quite a few steps, but with the right support, it can be an amazing experience. As your go-to realtor in the Raleigh area, my team and I specialize in helping out-of-state buyers and new construction clients because my wife and I actually relocated from California about 7 years ago and went through the same process. And we know a lot of the challenges that come with moving and relocating because we actually came here sight unseen. We're here to make the process simple, smooth, and even at times fun. Yes, really. Whether you're relocating from across the country or just across the town, building your forever home, or maybe your for now home, we've got the expertise and systems in place to guide you through every step of the process. Are you ready to get this started, or you just want to chat and talk about options? I would love to help. Also, I would love to hear about what areas you're looking for new construction. Please put those comments in the box below. And of course, how do you get that digital relocation buyer's guide that I was talking about? All you have to do is just reach out to us. Our number and information is right here on the screen, and we'll send it to your inbox. My team and I are here to help you with everything you need, from scheduling those tours to negotiating the best deals for you. We want you to reach out to us before you go. Make sure you subscribe right here for more of the videos of the Raleigh lifestyle, real estate, and spotlights throughout the area. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.